some little old peace of mind.
The sons of kings, the bulls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, all the titles you need to grow. I've been lost your mind, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory of more. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got...
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And the focus is on Elijah Mitchell. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the 49ers and the Rams under the lights on Monday night.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, as always, joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Niners in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. 49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
San Francisco opted not to throw Trey Lance into the fire right away, bringing him along slowly last season. He still drew 2 starts, though, and showed flashes of his huge dual-threat potential in both. Almost 100 yards on the ground in a tough one against Arizona, and 280 total yards in a win over Houston. No bringing him along slowly in year 2. The keys to the car are officially his.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. On the move past the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And on the next-gen stats, we see that he traveled better than 50 yards after that initial contact was made. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there, just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 60 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Lyman can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. And the Rams at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Stafford, that's complete to his tight end Higbee. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a first down.
As he gets the first down, let's take a look at what Cooper Kupp did last season, because it was one of the greatest years for a receiver in NFL history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, both second most in a season all time. Truly an MVP caliber performance for the Super Bowl champs, and he capped it off in the Super Bowl himself as the MVP.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, there's a huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
On 1st down, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On 2nd and 11 now, Lance. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. 2nd down and 3. A give, running right is Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw, Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Stafford now to throw. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. Stafford to Kupp there for a Rams first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Akers. is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Henderson. He juked him, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On play action, Lance. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And Lance again going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And Lance now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down at Stafford. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall. And the Rams have taken the lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And some room to run now. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Lance going to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. There's the running back, Cam Akers. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Robinson's got it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. Now Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford complete. Jefferson the target. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Stafford finding Jefferson there. First down, L.A. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Throwing is Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Stafford. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and his 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have a Niners first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. A final shot before half for Lance. And incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Rams to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Stafford now to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing again is Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Rams ready to go on offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
And they'll accept that penalty.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. From the 45 on 2nd down. Lance to the right side. It's caught by Mitchell.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lance now to throw.
And he's got the hook up to McLeod.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Those struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it.
And the Rams will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll start with great field position, try to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going in. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
On 1st down, Lance.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
His throw caught right around the 6.
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
2nd down and goal.
Lance.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Now Lance.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On first down, Stafford here. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there and a first down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
Room here to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Bryson Hopkins.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Trey Lance
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
From the 25 on second down. Stafford. That's taken in by Henderson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Throwing on third down. Stafford. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now a give. Akers running left.
Oh, what a juke into space. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
120 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Back to throw, Stafford. Caught on a slant. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Rams have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, they'll run the screen with Mitchell. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one, that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A couple of vets. Stafford to Robinson there. 1st down Rams. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And
That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 41, Lance. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Now Lance again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And they'll go for it. Lance.
Got an open man. It's McLeod.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Lance now on first down. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. From the 17, Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Again, it's Lance.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ray McLeod from 13 yards out.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for L.A., they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.